Hi, it's Geraldine here to do the tea leaf reading for the full moon in Cancer, January the 17th and beyond. So Happy New Year everyone. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year there. Also happy birthday to my lovely wee daddy on the 17th. So anyway folks, how's everyone doing? With this moon entering into the watery Cancer sign, we just might feel a bit more emotional, achy, stressed, more impatient than usual. You know, things sort of coming to a head. So the sign of Cancer is actually represented by the crab, so you just might be feeling crabby. So while those with strong Cancer placements in their charts are usually very caring, understanding, good homemakers, there is a point, where they're going to be pushed too far and they might snap, okay, before retreating into their shells. So if you do have a strong Cancer placement, just be very aware of that you just might not be able to tolerate things the way you normally would, okay? So there's also, the issue here with Mercury that went into retrograde there on January the 14th, and it'll stay there till February the 3rd. So communication at this time might be really heightened with emotions. And Mercury retrograde sort of tends to, not have communication going so well. So you've got this added issue here right now, okay? Just to be mindful of that. So just whatever you have to do, try and, keep yourself calm, burn some oils, do whatever you have to do, okay? So another thing just to bear in mind, if you do have to have a talk with a loved one, maybe just wait a wee bit here, until things kind of settle down and we just start moving out of this Cancer energy. All right. And I mean, don't forget that with the full moon, everything is magnified. Okay. So it's also a time of manifestation. So great things, yes, can happen, but things can come to a head. There's a lot of releasing and letting go. Also, just remember, you can cleanse your crystals in the moonlight and you can make your moon water. Okay. So that's just a bit about sort of the energy. It's just brief, and I do always put the links below, if you want to have a wee look at the astrology in more depth, okay? Because I'm definitely not an astrologer, okay? So there are a couple of personal messages, and I will just pass those on privately. And if you do have messages, or you have questions that you want some messages for, for the next reading, just go ahead and just contact me. The links are below on how to contact me. I will take the first two, okay? So it was a very empty cup, believe it or not, that first one. So there was not a lot going on. So yes, January typically is a sort of a quieter time. The money has spent, people have eaten too much, maybe had too much to drink, just sort of lying low, nurturing themselves a wee bit. Just waiting to get through the bills, pay off the Visa bill and that kind of a thing. And it can be really quite tough, I know, sometimes. So, the cup, whenever it's sort of empty like that and there's large gaps, it does actually show us that all of our needs are not being met. So, maybe this is a good time just to reflect on how you can better take care of yourself. And, January is a really great time to practice Hygge, and it's spelled Hygge, and I'll write that in the comments below as well there, or in the description. It's something to look at. We sort of do it a lot of the time anyway, but this is actually having a conscious awareness of it and practicing sort of creating a comfortable environment for ourselves, getting cozy, eating sort of nourishing food and trying to nurture ourselves. Okay. So anyway, I was shown a little figure with an umbrella, so it's sort of that weathering the storm right now, and yeah, there are sort of, many storms going around just in the weather, never mind, physical, but, just sort of sheltering from the rain at that time here is just, reminding us that after the rain comes the sunshine, so we just have to just take care of ourselves for now, get through January. Things always seem to look a wee bit brighter in February, and don't forget, of course, during this quiet time, start prepping you know, prepping your tax return stuff there, you know, so you can get that in right away, you know, helps pay those feasibles. Anyway, so I also was shown the word kite written. So not only, you know, you could be out there enjoying the kite on a windy day, but also in tea leaf reading it means setting your sights high, and because those wishes actually will be granted. Okay, so a really good time, you know, just to think about that. What is it that you're wanting to bring forth, okay, into your life? I was also shown a wee birdhouse, and I'm wondering if that's indicating we might get an early spring and we have to be ready. You know, even if it isn't, it's showing us the wee birdhouse there. You know, maybe you haven't had any experience inviting wee birds into your garden, but they do bring an awful lot of pleasure. And if you're thinking that you might like to have some little visitors there, you know, maybe look into building a couple of birdhouses in your garden there. Just something to explore. Okay, now this second cup was definitely busier. You know, you come out of this quiet period of January here and start to get a little bit busier. And I was seeing VAC, and it was not referring to the VAX, okay? So I definitely was getting vacation, and I did a private reading last night actually, and that came out as well, and there's a big feeling of excitement around this. So it looks like it is a good time now to start planning a getaway. I was seeing Eiffel was written as well, so like the Eiffel Tower, so maybe there are tours starting again. I don't know if they had been stopped, or if, I don't know if they were still going on with distancing or whatever, but I was getting Eiffel, so there was a happy face around it, so I wasn't getting that it was anything negative, but obviously I can't, you know, say that for sure, but I'm definitely getting a big sense of travel. So there will be, I feel like anyway, people taking sort of the holiday of a lifetime this year. So they've waited, and it's just like they're just going for it and pushing out, you know, pushing the boat out really for the holiday here. So also what I was getting was like a feeling of a really big release, like a big clearing. You know, this does happen around the full moon, of course, you know, cleaning house, releasing, but this definitely felt like, you know, clearing relationships out, so including friendships, you know, for people who hurt us more than heal us, you know, they don't really belong in our lives. I mean, it's hard sometimes to release people who do that to us, and it's just something that we have to think about, you know, that if really there is no reciprocation, you know, so if the love and the support isn't going both ways, that's toxic, and it's really time to reevaluate these relationships. And with the Cancer moon, of course, it is a good time, you know, to explain feelings, except if you think you're going to lose it, don't just hold off a few days, you know. But if you've already explained how you felt to this person or people and nothing changes, you know, there does come that time where you really have to just let go for your own peace of mind, you know, your own mental health, your own physical health too. So really, even for those of us maybe who have been doing more taking than giving, you know, yes, we have to look at that as well and say, you know what, where can I give more to this relationship? You know, just how can I give back? How can I start reciprocating? Okay, so definitely a big relationship theme there, it seems. Also, be patient with the process, one step at a time for those trying to carve out a new path. Not everything shifts overnight. Yes, I know for some people it does, and it's like, my goodness, you know, they start a YouTube channel and all of a sudden, you know, they have hundreds of thousands of viewers and whatever, you know, and they're making tons of money, or TikTokers or whatever, I don't know, but their business really grows. So, you know, it doesn't happen that way for everybody. For some, that's great for them, they can handle that. For others, a slower pace is definitely better, you know, divine timing and all that. So anyway, just to try and be patient, no matter what that is that you're trying to achieve, you know, build a wee business or whatever, you know, it just does take some time. And this is really about slow and steady, kind of wins the race here for this one. I also was getting there a need to travel light. So the less baggage we have, the faster we can get to where we want to go. Now this relates to all aspects of our life, of course, you know, even in just general travel, you know, no lost baggage if you're traveling really light. But when you're trying to get somewhere and you're holding on to the past and that, you know, we have to reconsider, okay, and see what we can really let go to get moving on. Now, the third cup there, and you can see it, that's the cup that's on the screen. You can see a bit of that. There was a big blob actually in the bottom of that, but at the very top, you can maybe see it a little bit there. There's a big angel, sort of like a big archangel Michael, you know. Angels in the cup are a sign of pure love. They bring good news and they're great protectors. So always a good sign to see an angel in a cup. And when I'm doing a reading for someone and I see that, I know it's a wonderful omen for them to see that. So this would indicate some really good news, and I have had a feeling of that for quite a wee while here. The blob though represents, that events need to unfold before the answers are clear. I honestly feel like when things start to clear here, it will be a little overwhelming. And it'll be a bit chaotic, once we're sort of let out of the cage, so to speak. Just to bear that in mind, it's like people are not going to really know what to do. They're just, going to be a bit, as I say, chaotic. So it seems though in a good way, okay? So then I asked if there were any stocks to share, and I got INR, and that's on the Aussie market. I checked it. It's another sort of a penny stock. And the company, actually this is very interesting because the company, it's lithium boron, if I'm pronouncing that right. They're a lithium boron supplier, and the company states that they are intent on pioneering the production of materials for a sustainable future. So that's perfect, right, for the coming times. Also there was Tesla written. So not that anybody, well, some can afford a Tesla stock, but yeah, I think that many of us would not be able to afford a Tesla stock. But anyway, something there in the news about Tesla, something definitely making news about that. Or will stocks, will they become more affordable? Who knows? Will something change? Anyway, something maybe you might be interested in just checking the news for. Okay, so with that, Little Sawyer chose a citrine crystal for us. There are so many properties with a citrine. I had no idea. So one of them is it helps with relationships. Again, very 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 well timed for this Cancer moon. Also can help with digestion. If you've been eating and drinking too much there after Christmas and what have you. So also it can help, with many health complaints, chronic fatigue syndrome being one of them. So I'm actually going to put the link to a wee site below as well for this, because there are a lot of properties, and it's actually only one of 2 crystals that don't need any kind of clearing apparently. So quite incredible if you are into working with little crystals. So I thought as well that I would just pull a card. Because the angel was there, I thought I would just pull one from the Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And all is well. Lovely. So it's Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Bring that, please. So anyway, sometimes what appears to be a problem is an answered prayer in disguise. Just with whatever is happening, just do your best, try and stay calm. And going back to the blob, everything will unfold as it's supposed to. Okay, please try and stay out of fear. Try and stay out of all the negative talk if you can. It's not good for the immune system to stay in fear and worry and stress. Really try and just get outside or retreat into your shell. And just try and stay calm as much as you can, and I know that can be difficult. So anyway folks, that's it. thank you to everyone who has subscribed, liked, shared, commented on the wee channel here, and you know, on my posts and everything. Honestly, I do love doing this for you, and if you are interested in a personal reading, you can contact me via one of the links below. Okay, and just please take care, and let's hope everything is a lot brighter next time. And just please stay safe. All the best. Bye.